Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel. We are talking today about making some quick start fertilizer or plant food or whatever you want to call it. My plants are in pots and they are suffering. They need some calcium, some magnesium, some copper, potassium, iron, zinc, all of that stuff. So let's get started. I'm starting with the calcium part of it, and we got to extract it out. So I'm adding a little vinegar. You can use lemon juice. Water takes a minute, but I don't have a minute, so we gonna do this. Put that to the side while we make our brew. We need the calcium. This helps with blossom end rot, and I'm seeing that a lot. Like the peppers are starting to come in, and I have blossom end rot on them. Could be critters, it could be pests, whatever. But I'm seeing it on them, and I want to address it. Address all of my veggies out there that are coming in, but they're yellowing. So I grow in bowls, so I want to make sure that they're getting the right nutrients they need. The yellowing, I'm finding that needs nitrogen and calcium and vitamin K and zinc and iron and manganese and phosphorus and all that stuff. So those will be the ingredients in my compost tea today. And being that I usually let it brew, just sit it in water and cover it and let it cook or bake for about a week. I don't have that kind of time. So I'm gonna do a decoction, like a compost tea, and brew it, and then I can use it immediately. So after watering outside, then my tea should be finished brewing on the stove. So these are the ingredients that I'm using. Here's my compost. I'm still waiting for my bins to come in. There's some garlic in there. I'm looking for some of the, nah, I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to let that continue to brew, and we'll go without the juicing leftovers because it already started to break down, if you can see. And I just took my grass shavings and garlic, y'all. Sprinkle garlic over the top of your compost, and you won't see as many pests flying around up in there. Same smells that deter the animals in the garden can also help your compost. So see, everything is looking beautiful, a little yellow. So I want to address this immediately. My screen, see, I still have this plastic cover on the hoop house because the shade cloths and things haven't come yet. It's delayed now, and with this government y'all got in office right now, who knows when my stuff is going to get here. But it says between the 1st and the 6th. Today is the 1st, so hopefully I should see it within the next week, and I can switch out this plastic to shade cloth. At least the plants can breathe. And then I can get the rest of my garden set up the way I want it, because my shade cloth will be here, and my fencing will be here. Everything is delayed. So, all right, we're not talking about that today though. So see how everything is yellowing, and it's in need of some vitamin, nutrients, and minerals. So that's what we're doing with that compost tea. So come on inside and let's get it started. Okay, I went to get some of um, the pulp from the juicer from the Nama, but it's already started to break down, so we won't be using that this week, but that's okay. The pulp has trace minerals, it has zinc, iron, depending on what fruits and veggies that you juice, on a weekly or daily basis. That's what you'll be adding to your compost tea. So add some of your pulp from your juicer if you have it. We talked about the eggshells. We're going to get calcium, and this helps in blossom end rot, and I have some of that on my peppers. So we definitely going to put some of this in our compost tea. The other thing is, being that I have a nitrogen deficiency, it looks like, and I know that'll cause a lot of the leaves to bloom as opposed to fruiting. But right now everything is yellow, and that's what I have to concentrate on and worry about fruiting in my next fertilization or food feed, and I do this once a week on Sundays. You know, it's my day off, but I do go out there and on Sunday mornings and feed my plants because I grow in pots. They need to be fed. Okay, so we went over two of the ingredients that's gonna go. So the next one will be soursop. Okay, that's my soursop. Give me a nice big scoop of that. And soursop has magnesium, copper, and zinc, and I think vitamin C. Lots of minerals and nutrients. I actually sprinkle this in my green power over my sea moss a spoon of sea moss in the mornings, and soursop is one of the green power ingredients that I take in the morning. Hey guys, okay, so I deleted some of the videos on accident, but I just want to tell you what else was in the compost. I had some kelp. Let's see where EFG, HHG, kelp powder in this crate. I only had a drop because I was out of it, so I used the kelp. But then, being that I was out of the kelp, which is seaweed, I went and I took out some of my sea moss, if you can see that, the bag of sea moss, and I took a nice handful of that and I put in there as well, because this will give you everything that the kelp gives you. Then I also used moringa powder, which is, where's my moringa powder? I'm looking for the M's, y'all. Okay, moringa powder. And let me take this crate down. Okay, that's what moringa powder looks like. The leaves chopped up real nice. And this was very important to me because I wanted the benefits of the power greens, because this is what I put in. I take it every morning, this with the soursop. I make a green power. I sprinkle it over a spoonful of the sea moss gel that I make up, and then I consume it every morning. It's good for your joints, especially your joints. So if it's giving us those nutrients, then you know that it's absorbing into the root system, building up those cells of our plants in the garden. So sea moss and moringa powder was very, very important to me. Without the kelp, you know, the sea moss will suffice. Then I went on to the mushroom compost, which I bought because I've been trying to grow mushrooms for a very long time and I just can't get them going. So I kind of gave up on the mushrooms. Okay, here's our mushroom compost. Okay, I'm going to cover this and just let it simmer. I don't want to be cooking that mushroom compost in here, but that hot water will break down those ingredients. And then after everything has been broken down, we'll add our eggshell mixture. I don't want it to cook, but I'm going to go ahead and pour it in. Some water in there. Okay. This is going to be diluted. We're going to put this in a pail of water, and then we're just going to water our babies. A cup per plant. That's all that's necessary. And now I'm going to go out and water everything while this is simmering. Low, low, low. As low as you can get it. If you got a crock pot or whatever, you could have put it in a crock pot and let that brew throughout the day, but I don't have that kind of time. I want it done in an hour. But if I was doing this on a regular basis, like I feed my plants every Sunday, so I would put this in the water, let it sit outside for a week, and then go out and then, you know, strain it off. You don't have to strain it off. You just pour it into your pail of water and water all of your plants. Give a cup or two to every plant. Feeding, so I'm just trying to feed my babies because I'm in pots. I know they're not getting as much nutrition as they could, so I got to help it along. Okay, after simmering for a couple of hours, I poured the decoction in here. No need to strain off or anything like that. We just gonna give each plant a nice cup of water, and I'm gonna use this this cup right here. So I don't know how much this holds, maybe a cup or two. And just pour it on each plant, especially those that are fruiting or, you know, that are going to give you sustenance. Definitely. I think that's all I got out here. But you can do it on flowers as well. Especially, well, purslane is medicinal, but I think everything I got out here is medicinal related. But yeah, just put a cup or two on each plant and your plants will love you for it. Okay guys, so that is how we make the compost tea. Everything is looking lovely. Hopefully everything will be in shortly and I can finish laying out my little garden. I fed everything with the compost tea. I actually made 2 buckets of it. It needed the 2 buckets, and I watered the outside and the inside plants. And look at those, aren't they beautiful? I do have to say, after examining my plants really close, I found worms, just everything on my leaves, my kale, my they ate some of the bean plants, and these are starters. So I did put some more little starter plants in. I covered them with cups. Hopefully they'll get a chance, but if my screen and stuff come in, I can cover these houses and greenhouses and hoop houses and all that good stuff and kind of protect some of the plants. I came outside. Look at the birds. Look at that. It's ridiculous. I came outside and the birds flew out of the hoop house. So that's telling you that butterflies and everything, they just laying everything in here, and I need to get this baby covered. So hopefully Amazon and Home Depot and all the other places I ordered from will come through, and I can get my stuff in and I can get my plants covered. Else I'm not going to have much of a harvest this year. Remember, a seed a day will give you a bountiful harvest. And I wish you guys love and light. Peace and blessings.